All right. What is up, everybody? Shadow Scout 0013 here, coming in with another list build. Today, I'm going to try to go over like a 501st theory, 501st Battle Force theory list that is a possibility of happening. And with kind of like the rules, especially them saying maybe on, well, them saying on the stream that for every full arc unit, you can bring a strike team. So that's pretty awesome. And speculating that there will be four possible units you can take for special forces. I'm going to try that out and do a pretty, interesting, I guess, 501st list that's possible. And let me know what you guys think. And we'll try to use some of the, cards that they've came out with for the 501st, along with who we're going to use today, which is just Rex. So that way we can fit in a lot of cool activations and a lot of special forces, similar to like the first episode of season 7, where Anakin comes out with the 501st, everyone's on jetpacks and they take out the CIS army. But yeah, so today we're just gonna go with Rex. We're not gonna go with Anakin, and let's try a few things with this. So with some of the new upgrade cards and with how maybe we could play Rex on this, there's a few different ways. So especially that would also maybe work with the new cards that there are. And let me know what you guys think about them. So, and it's kind of the 2-pip one is a very difficult one to choose from, but you're welcome to choose from whichever ones that you kind of want to have. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get into this one. So with Rex, I want Vigilance because there's tons of ways that we're going to be getting dodges on Rex. So hopefully he's never having to actually take a dodge, but he's going to be able to get those dodges. Up close and personal, I think is going to be one of the best ones to use on him because you're going to be getting 2 dodge tokens. So after you perform a ranged attack at range 1 to 2, you're going to gain a dodge token. Well, if we look at Captain Rex, which I haven't gone over yet, he's got Gunslinger. So you're going to be able to perform an additional ranged attack against a different unit, meaning that you're going to be able to use up close and personal again to gain a dodge. So now you're getting 2 dodges using Gunslinger, shooting 3 red at range 2, which, up close and personal is for up to range 1 to 2. So I think this is going to go so well on Captain Rex. Now he's got Scout 1. So if we put Recon Intel, he'll have Scout 2. And with with one of the 2-pips that are coming out for the 501st, it might be. So if you want kind of like an alpha strike, maybe giving him as much Scout as you can would be the best. And I say as much as you can because you can put Recon Intel on him to gain Scout 2, and then everyone else will gain Scout 2. Or if you had Recon Intel and you were to get advanced positions where you can Scout 1 with everyone already, you'll have Scout 3. So they'll be able to definitely get an objective for the most part with that Scout 3. So it's possible. And then with the 2-pip, which I'll explain, it's either 2 support units or 2 special forces units. And if that special forces unit attacks or that support unit attacks another enemy unit with a face up order token, they'll be able to return that token to the order pool. So yeah, so there's a lot of good ways to do that. So and we can kind of go over 2 different ways and maybe see what we can do with some of those lists. So he's also got Sharpshooter 1, so he's going to negate, light cover to no cover or heavy cover to light cover, and tactical 1. So every time he moves, he's getting an aim. So we don't have to worry about him having offensive push or anything because with up close and personal, he's going to shoot, gain 2 dodges, and if he moved, he's going to have an aim. So you can move, get an aim for free, gunsling, and then exchange that aim for 2 dodges. I mean, that's pretty fantastic. And then with also his 1-pip, so Captain Rex is going to gain fire support. And when he uses fire support, he does not have to flip his order token face down. So when a friendly unit performs a melee, Clone Captain can also use fire support to add a ranged weapon to the attack pool. So if Rex is kind of in the middle and he hasn't gone yet, which is really cool. If you use other people to go and you fire support, you're going to gain that dodge. Then when you go and you gunsling, you're going to again gain 2 more dodges because of gunslinging. So that's 3 dodges that you're getting. And then anytime you fire support, that's just an extra dodge. So, oh my gosh, that's an incredible amount of dodges you're getting on Captain Rex just from that command card and allowing him to use fire support as well. So I feel like he's going to be pretty tanky unless they get crits. You know, if they get crits against him, then you're not going to be able to put situational awareness on him because of your up close and personal. So let's go back to up close and personal. Let's go ahead and put that on. Now here's where we get 2 gear slots. This is where we can get fancy. So I really love mobile units, especially commander units. So I think that the jetpack rocket being only 5 points on Rex is a good idea. Also, prepared supplies I like on him because that's an extra dodge. Again, making him cancel everything but crits every single time, basically, with the amount of dodges he has. Although he doesn't have nimble, he won't be able to keep these dodges, but he's got vigilance. So at the end of the turn, he'll be able to keep dodges. So it's, you know, as long as he has one with the amount of dodges that he has and that he can share, hopefully you'll be able to keep some. But with sharing those dodges as well, I mean, yeah, he's just a dodge generator at this point. So you can do prepared supplies, or you could do the jetpack rockets and recon intel. That would be pretty awesome too. Since he's already getting so many dodges, maybe you don't want prepared supplies. So maybe you go with that and you also go with recon intel so that you get scout too. Okay. So, and here's the other. So here's what I'm torn between. You could also go with another clone commander to get that direct clone trooper unit. So for when you do lay that 2-pip, where you, if you were to shoot at an enemy unit to be able to return their token to their hand, or you were to use the 1-pip that allowed you. All right, so I'm just going to pull it up on the PowerPoint that I had. So if you use the 1-pip, let's just, play from this one real quick. So when building a command card, oh, sorry, we got to go to number 3, don't we? So number 3, it's 3 special forces and stuff. So allied units at range 1 to 2 will gain indomitable. You can do that if you want to. I'm sorry, I'm talking about this one. I'm going everywhere. So after friendly support or special forces unit performs an attack against a unit that has a face-up order token, shuffle that token back into its order pool. So it has to be one of these guys attacking. Now here, this is kind of what I'm talking about with the scouting party. On a side note, so when building command card, treat this as if it has 2 pips. So that 2-pip slot again is going to be very, very competitive because you could have 3 1-pips when you lay them down, but you're only going to have 1 2-pip. And so this one is going to be very competitive with also Commander Rex's 2-pip. So it's a tough choice. But after friendly commander, so after Rex issues an order by this card, so giving it to himself, choose 3 other friendly units within range 1 of the commander, and then each one of them gains an aim or dodge. So say that you used scout 2 for the scouting party and brought 2 more units with you. You've now are now able to give them an aim or dodge, and you might be going first. If you do have the clone commander, so say that we go back over here and you bring the clone commander, he's going to have direct. And with direct, all of your phase 2s have fire support. So you could technically, on that very, first round, you've got a ton of units that are already having aim tokens and stuff. They don't have a face up order token, but maybe you could go with a phase 1 and then try to shoot with your phase 1 and with, or try to draw, a special forces. Hopefully you can fire support with that clone commander. It's a very, very, niche little tiny thing that might happen, but it's possible. So you could do that with the clone commander. For now, I'm not going to go with the clone commander. Sorry for that very long explanation of it. Instead of clone commander, I'm going to go with the ATRT, and I'm going to go ahead and just put the RT laser cannon on there. So for our, core, I'm going to go with phase 2s. And with them having indomitable, if you were to go with the 3-pip over here, where they're going to gain indomitable permanently at range 1 to 2 of Rex, they're going to be able to get off suppression, and they're always going to, hopefully with courage too, be able to still do a lot. With one of the phase twos, I'm going to give 5s so that he can direct another core. And then, so with the other cores, other phase twos, I'm going to go with the clone comms technician, and I'll explain why. So the phase 2 clone trooper is 13 points. For 3 more points, you can not only have this, but you can also bring a comm unit with the emergency transponder. And let me explain. So the emergency transponder is 4 points. The clone comm technician is 12 points. So since you have to take one of the comms upgrades, why don't you take the cheapest one that gives them a token somehow? And so for 16 points, over 13 points, you are now able to get a aim, dodge, or take off suppression. So suppression is never going to be a big deal. I feel like with this army, if you lay down that 3-pip and you're close to Rex, and or and getting that Indomitable, or using the comms tech and taking off suppression when you need it the most, or just giving yourself an aim or dodge. So we'll go with the comms, and we're also going to go with that emergency transponder. So 16 points instead of 13. We're just going to go with 2 of those. That gives us 5 activations so far. And we still have a ton of activations left. So let's go ahead and get to the meat of where we want to go. We're going to go with ARC troopers. And so if we go with 2 full ARC troopers, and say that we gave one with Echo, because that would be awesome, and another one with the DC-15, we are technically allowed to bring 2 strike teams because of that. So why not? All right, so that gives us 9 activations, tons of arcs, which is really cool. An ATRT that's, going after armor. These guys, they're going to have what? Critical, lethal 1, so Pierce 1, and, a red and a black. So hopefully you're getting a crit if possible. But, and then with Echo, 2 red, 2 health. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. And I have him on a full unit to give the best optimal usage out of a full unit, and just let the regular range 1 to 5 strike teams just go where they want to go. So that gives us 10 more points, and I feel like we've got a lot. So I want to either keep Echo or 5s alive as long as I can, and probably 5. So if I were to just give him, you could also just give him to Echo. I mean, our troopers are going to do a lot more with tactical, sharpshooter, scout 2, impervious. And with scouting, so right here, let's go back to Captain Rex. He's going to have scouting party at scout 2. So he'll be able to bring 2 troopers with him. Maybe bring the 2 phase 2 clone troopers with the emergency transponder in the regular one. And then you can leave the clone trooper with 5s a little bit behind. And then all of your arcs have scout, and even your ATRT has scout. So even if you also did, the advanced positions where you gain scout, deployment, advanced positions where you gain scout 1, you've got everyone on the field so close to the objectives, already in position to defend and grab everything as much as possible. So at that point, you're just trying to get in and get out. So if you wanted, maybe just give one of the ARC troopers a jetpack. That's 10 points. So you've got Captain Rex and Echo with the jetpack rockets, or sorry, not jetpack rockets, just the jetpacks, so they can get in and get out as much as possible. And then maybe even you bring the ARC troopers with Captain Rex, and not only do they gain Scout 2, but maybe they've already got Scout 1, so they gain Scout 3 or Scout 4. Sorry, who knows? I don't know. That's probably not possible, but yeah, I think being able to have everybody at Scout 2 except for this one clone trooper and this one ATRT, all of them have Scout 1, but for the most part, everyone's got Scout 2. So you're getting in there and getting dirty. So let's go to the command cards. So we definitely want this 1 pip where he's going to gain fire support, and with his up close and personal, you definitely want as much of that as you can get. I'm not going to go with the other one pip because the other one pip, as much, I know I need to go over here. I know I'm lame. I'm old. I am a millennial, old millennial. So you're not treating that. Sorry. The one pip, there is no one pip. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I would go with ambush or, sorry, synchronized offensive. Since you have the ATRT, go with the synchronized offensive because after that, you can go ahead and issue a friendly clone trooper unit at range 1 to 2 in order. So maybe you give one of the ARC troopers, or maybe you give Captain Rex that order. You know, just kind of up to you, but at least you get to hand out another one. So this is where we get competitive. So we have 2 1 pips already. Now we get to have a third one because we're going to treat this as a 2 pip, but it's actually a 1 pip. And yeah, I think that that would be perfect. So that's one of the 2 pips. And then the other one would be take that clankers, in my opinion. So after a friendly clone trooper unit that has a face-up order token performs an aim action during its activation, it can increase the maximum range of each of its ranged weapons to 1. So, but it's giving out to 2, and it's giving you an ability to do something. Now you can do air support, but you're giving yourself one less, thing to do, or one less order. You could also just go with push, just in case you think that they're going to take out Rex quickly, since you are getting him in close. Maybe just go with push. And since everyone's going to be close, maybe you don't need the range. Okay, with all the scouting, just ignore my earlier thing about taking his 2 pip and just go with that one, push, because now you can just give it to anyone, the ATRT or whatever. And then now we have our 3 pip that we've got to deal with. And the 3 pips that we have are We Are Not Programmed, which 4 clone troopers, and he's going to gain Inspire, which you don't have. Now that you're going to need it because you have Indomitable if everyone's near him and you've already played the other 3 pip, which we were going to take. So we're going to have to decide between, Attack of the Clones or this one. So if I'm going to decide, I'm going to take 4 orders over 3 orders and then Inspire and Recover. So if he's got too much on him, too much suppression on him, he can recover. There you go. And so now you've got your all of your stuff for the 501st and the regular objectives. I mean, since you've scouted so much, maybe, and you have scout 2, you can leave one core unit behind. Maybe you take phase 2 with 5s and another one with the other one with the comms tech, I should say, and you do hostage exchange. Everyone's at least going to be having scout, and you don't have to worry about that one trooper unit left behind from not having scout because they've got the hostage. So, and everyone's going to be super close to the hostage. So definitely take it. I wouldn't do bombing run because you've got to be, I think, within the deployment zone. Yeah, that are within the player's deployment zone, and you only have one. So you don't have to use scout, but I wouldn't do it. So you could go with payload possibly, but I feel like because everyone's starting so close, recover the supplies would be a second good one to take. And it's not like you're going to be able to determine any of this anyway, because you're going to be red player. Intercept the transmissions would be good. Breakthrough would be good. Key positions, possibly. Sabotage the motion evaporators. You're going to be able to get close to them. So yeah, go with that one. And yeah, that's deployment. I mean, advanced positions would be fun because then y'all are really getting ahead. Battle lines would be fine. Disarray would be okay. Long march wouldn't be that bad because you're going to be able to start over here instead of them, they're going to start over here while you get the advantage of coming in close. And even a major offensive is another possibility because you've got a wider range over the board to be able to get in and scout out and roll out. I mean, that's also going to help everything with your ATRT and scouting situation. So I think that this would be a really good list, I think, for the battle force. And I'm going to go ahead and save it, and I'm going to leave it here. So if you guys liked it, go ahead and leave a thumbs up and comment below what you think about the battle forces and maybe what you would want to bring or switch out. And if you have any list ideas or if you have anything that you want me to kind of cover, just let me know and I'll be happy to cover it. And is that it? Go to the Instagram if you want, ShadowScout0013, and you can find me on Discord at the same thing. And yeah, I'll come out with another video as soon as I can. But I will catch you guys later. Y'all have a good rest of your day. May the force be with you guys.